thank you, Owen and Hwang. Thank you, everybody. Give me an opportunity to come here to share with you. I have to say, I give a lot of speech. This is the first time I'm in church. Give a speech. So I'm still learning. I don't know what I'm going to say. Okay? So if anything, it's not follow the church protocol, please forgive me because I just don't know how to do that. How many of you already connect with God? Gigi. Okay, so I would say 80%, 90%. Who has not been connected with God yet? Welcome. I think you're in the right place. Good. So what I want to do is, I will start with a story about what I want to share with you. Who is from Taiwan? Okay, so I think you're probably going to be. If you are not from Taiwan, that's fine because story is different. So the story is like when I was in the college, right? The college actually I played rugby. So I eat a lot. I play rugby. I was a rugby player, and I like gan because it's very cheap. Very cheap. So it's big. Gan you know gan right? So there's no meat nothing. Sometimes they give you some sauce, right? Sometimes it could be just even the soybean sauce. I like that. Well, actually, I really like the beef, right? I like the steak, but you're students, and you cannot afford that. Actually, I like McDonald's, I like Kentucky Fried Chicken, but I cannot afford that. So I eat the noodle. So when I was in the college in Taiwan, it's a noodle, right? And you got to eat because you're a rugby player. But very interesting though. So in that time, actually, I prefer beef. And then after 30 years, like today, if I go back to Taiwan, to Tsinghua University, the first thing I try to find is, where is the noodle? So anyways, the whole point I'm trying to make is, my life journey is like that. Before you got something you really like, you don't know how to value that. But then after many years, 30, 40 years, when you look at it, oh gosh, the bad thing happened there already. So this is going to be related to the story I'm going to share with you today. And for some of you, probably very similar to my own experience on this. So let me start with that. So I born in Keelung. I don't know have you been. I know some of you have been in Taiwan. Keelung is like the north part of harbor, right? So I born there. My family actually is a very humble family. My parents 是南部来的。in that day, most of they are in the farming, and they come to north parts. And so we own the very grocery store. They are very busy. So my parents actually does not really, they don't pay attention to me. Right? So I did a lot of things what I like to do. I play a lot of sport. I used to be a very good baseball player. And I was never been a very good student anyway. Right? They don't care. I can't really care. I mean, because they did not even finish elementary school. So when I finish elementary school, I think it's good already. Then I don't know in the society in Taiwan during that time is people buy, right? And it's a lot of temple, ton of temple. But it was interesting when I was in the junior high school, and my teacher. He was Christian. He teaches biology. And then he said, well, I don't know why he picked me, right? Do you want to go to church? It was not even the church, it was in the family. I still remember we all sit in this small stool there, and we sing the song. To me, I have no idea what to sing. So people ask me, why you go there? Because they give me a free cookie. So I eat cookie. I was a young boy, right? I eat cookie. And then after that, they asked me to go to church. So I went to church. Well, the reason I went to church because they free lunch, right? So you went to church, and then after I forgot maybe 2-3 months, So they come to talk to me and say, do you want to baptize? 你要不要受洗? Okay. Okay, so I baptized. I still remember the 牧师 baptized me and say, 奉主耶稣的名. But I have to say, I was not really connected to God. I did not really connect to Jesus. And especially, I get into study, and then, the more I study, and the life which seemed to be was pretty good. My parents just leave me alone. Then I went to college. Well, the college is even bigger. So I don't know if during my time, when you study in Taiwan, they call university 叫做 university 叫做有你玩4年。You just go there and pray for 4 years. And then basically that's what I did. I prayed for 3 years. So my life was, I was rugby player, and I trained, by the way, there's also a story how I became a rugby player, because I was very skinny. But anyway, so in college, my life is play the sport in the morning training, and then went to sleep. I never go to class, and I was looking forward to during the night because it was disco. I don't even know. It was in the 1980. It was disco. So there's a lot of life like that. But interesting, I was trying to push away God, right? Jesus, I don't need that. My life is good. But somehow He keep, But in that time I did not know, right? So, but anyway, I was never thinking about coming to USA. My grade was never good. My parents does not care because they would be surprised when I told them I want to come to USA. But I met my wife. It's almost like end of my junior. And my wife actually is from, so I was in Chengkong University in the South. He was from a very good family. So when I started dating my wife, so their parents asked me, what are you going to do? So I said, get a degree, get a job. He said, oh no, you need to go to USA. I said, USA? I said, I cannot. He said, well, you have to. Okay. I said, well, maybe I need to. Okay. Then I started studying. That's what happened. I come to USA. But in that time, I did not know why it happened like that. Right? But I just come to USA. And then again, it's the way how very interesting how the God planned and that. I come to USA. The people ask me. I went to University of Utah. People ask me, say, Steve, why you go to University of Utah? Do you know why I went to University of Utah? There's only one, exactly. I have nothing. I have nothing at all. I have only one. If without this one, I'm done. Right? So that's only why I said, actually, I'm not sure. I just went to University of Utah because that's only the mission I got. But it's very interesting. Again, my life was quite good. You struggling just like all the, I believe all of you, the majority of you, you come here like me, come to study here and work here. You do struggle a little bit, right? I still remember in the University of Utah, to eat Mexican food. Wow, the Mexican food smell like the food in Taiwan, 养猪的, right? Because the cheese, smell cheese. Then in some language you failed it, but I was doing pretty good. I finished in 3 years, 2.5 years I finished it, so I got a PhD. It's quite interesting. The only time I start to think about connect with God is when I was struggling. When my grade was not as good. But anyway, later everything's all good, so forget that. Then I come to Silicon Valley, and there's also, and again, there's after so many years after I baptized, I still remember this because I was working for a company, was start a company, and I got a green card. The company almost get bankrupt. So I was in the car, and I prayed. I said, God, help me. But praise. I need a green card. I need a green card. So please, let the company still can find the money until I got a green card. So eventually, even though I don't need a job, but he connect with me, and we keep green card. And then after that, that's it. I'm done. The life was pretty good, and I was very aggressive. So I was 3 years become manager, 4 years become director, and I just keep moving there, and I have a lot of ego. I have a lot of pride on myself, and I still remember, when I got business card, I forgot to put a PhD on my business card. I didn't like it, right? I want everybody to know I'm PhD. And then when I become manager, then I start calling my friends, hey, I'd like to lunch with you. So I would say, hey, she's a manager, right? So I was building a lot of that, right? And then in that time you feel good, because you feel good about yourself, and then you thought that's what you pursue it. And I will become the vice president in 2006. Or even better, right? Companies started to send me to EMBA, Harvard, Stanford, doing all the training. And then I started to write book. I want to tell people what I'm doing and all this stuff. And then I start to give a speech everywhere. When we see how people, Chengda, Taida, company, Singapore, everywhere. And I teach people triangle, how to be physically strong, mentally strong, spiritually, because I thought I was so good. And then, in the VP, everybody, a lot of people envy about the life, right? Because when we travel, we together. I just give one example. Say we went to Thailand, to London, and to North Ireland. We all VP together. We drink. After drink, we got the best fine dining. And after fine dining, we drink again. And then sometimes we drink more, right? And we have all that. But it's very interesting, when all this happen, and from outside, we have a lot of CK people. They also sleep. Because I mentor. By the way, I mentor a lot of young engineers. And they think, oh, sure, I want to learn from Steve. He's my role model. But in reality, it's not like that. And it really started to happen probably about, I would say maybe 3-4 years ago. And I started to get a chance to, because things started to happen. What can happen is, when I was supposed to run the other division and maybe become senior VP, that did not happen. And I was recruited by the other company, and I was confused. And then the CK started downsizing, and I started to feel pressure of how to lay off people. And then when I was on the VP trip, looked like all good. When I go to hotel, I feel so lonely. And I don't know what I'm going to do. But the interesting thing is, so I look at my life, right? I probably look at my life. And then my life started to feel very different. So I started looking at, gosh, do you know what? All my life I've been trained by God. That's easy. Because my junior high teacher must be very, very disappointed. After I baptized, I was pushed away. And I said, that's got to be the reason, because it's no reason I should be baptized. My parents did not even know. If I don't come to USA, I will not reconnect with God again. So then when I start to look at it, I say, wow, actually this all planned. Then it's even more interesting when I look at the one I was doing all this title and trying to feel myself, and I start to see, wow, the thing I thought was really good for me, now it's not good at all. So I start to look at my life, because suddenly I realized I was doing all for myself. Indeed, my wife also always told me, in USA, the father needed to teach all the kids to ride bike, right? My daughter is only one, taught by my wife. I think I have time. So she always reminds me, do you know your daughter, the bike? I told him how to do it, because I was so much myself. So in the last 3 years, things started to happen. And some of the people work with me, they did not know, but it started to happen because I started to, God never, somehow the Jesus never left me. He keep hold on me. But it's stronger. And the real last year, in April, when I know my father has cancer. And I had one night there when I got that. And I just suddenly feel, wow, I just cannot take this situation. It's just so heavy and I just feel, the change is so heavy right now. I got to carry the company and that, and then right now, because I'm older son, and I was never really spend time with my dad and that. So I started saying, oh gosh, I got to go to reconnect with God. So the whole thing I think about connect with God is read Bible. Well, I don't even have Bible. So my daughter has children Bible. So I decided to get children Bible. So I bring it to my office. And when I train people, the triangle, I ask people to read every day. So I read every day. Right? In the morning and lunch, I read every day. So I read. So I put a Bible. So we have one colleague, Dexter, coming. Steve, what are you doing? Are you reading Bible? Yeah. Okay, good. Do you want Bible study? I said, okay. He did not know I was baptized. Right? He said, okay, we got people to Bible study for you. So do the Bible, especially Bible study for me. And after 2-3 sections, we are worried for you. Go baptize. I said, right now, because it was Friday. So it was Friday, 5 o'clock. I said, well, there's a lot of traffic. Don't worry about traffic. We're going to all go with you. So they took me. It was in Campbell. So we was 3 months. So I was to be baptized in August of 2016. So the question is, I've always been asked, right? I've always been asked, what's the reaction from people when they heard, I'm Christian and I be baptized, I be born again. All the Christians in CK, they are so happy. Everybody invite me to Bible study. Then I started saying, oh, we have so many Bible study, gosh. And then we started, they are all very happy. They probably think about, wow, we can all call brother and sister there. Then they think about, maybe I'm going to be easy on them, but they are not. But they are so happy. They are very, very happy. Then they told me, do anybody has concern? I said, yeah. Like my daughter is concerned, right? She will feel, well, Daddy, you know what? You may be going to become weak. You cannot go to compete with all these Caucasian Americans, right? I said, I don't know who tell you that, right? But he's, okay. I said, okay, we can discuss this later. And then we have some of my colleagues work for me. They also concerned. He said, well, Steve, does that mean you don't want to become senior VP? You don't want to continue to grow? I said, who told you that? Right? Then I said, so I said, why all of you got this wrong perception about that? Right? I said, no. If we're in anything, become the Christian is, God is what? Mighty warrior. God is like what? He's a lion. He will fight everything for battle for us. So it used to be when I was in a meeting, like a 3-year prayer meeting with all the VP, I gotta fight myself. Oh, right now I'm strong, I'm courageous, because I don't need to fight myself. I have Jesus, a God fight for me. Right? When I talk to CEO, I'm thinking about, oh shoot. Used to be I need to be careful. Oh, right now I'm not going to be careful. For the 后台老板, my boss is much bigger than my CEO. But again, the point is, I'm not trying to make a, the point is, I talk to my daughter and the people who work for me. I say, no. Do not worry. I'm still continuing doing what I'm doing. But rather than, I'm not doing for myself. I have God, Jesus, help me to do that. So that's really the change I made. And the people probably don't feel it. But I wanted to really just maybe summarize what my experience with you. Number one is, after I reconnect with God, everything becomes easier. Used to be has all the chain. People don't feel it because I used to be wrong every day. But all the chain is there. Inside is heavy. And I need to lay off the people, downsizing the people is there. But the only one I know is God is helping me to carry that. So suddenly I become very peaceful. It does not mean I'm not doing the job. Actually, I'm even doing better because I got to serve that. Number two is it's really powerful. When you feel like you are not alone, the presence of God, the presence of Jesus is always there. What does this mean? So I just went to Singapore and Thailand, especially Thailand. Right? So we have high-level strategy meeting. We was in Phuket. So two things I need to do. One is how to fight. Fight meaning is, after all I'm Chinese, right? So all these American, they can say in 30 seconds, I probably say about 2 hours to explain about my point. So usually there's, you feel, you've been attacked that, right now I feel very comfortable because I do have God present with me. And then the other one is because this time my wife did not travel with me, so I have a lot of time. I used to be, after the meeting I went to drink with them, so I don't have too much time alone, but this time is I don't do any of that, so I have a lot of time with them. And when you have a lot of time, you feel lonely, nobody with you. And this time actually was very good. A revival. I know Jesus is with me. I sleep 10 o'clock. I wake up 5 o'clock. Every day I do that. And it's just wonderful. And the last thing is, the most important thing is, I start to realize, and for me to connect to the God, you see the life purpose totally different. If you remember, I show so much, it's all myself. But then suddenly, I learned it's real for God. So rather than serve myself, God gave me a lot of talent, unbelievable talent. And I started to see that. Because I was asking about how come I have this talent? And I think I got the answer right now. He gave me a lot of talent, but it's really serve God, serve the people. It's really how to make it better. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to continue doing that. Continue to get better. I'm still learning, so maybe in the end, I want to ask you, if you are a believer, let's all together. Let's serve God. All the glory go to God. Let's serve the people. Yeah. If you are not a believer, yet try to find the purpose of your life. And I think the purpose of your life is to be towards Jesus. That's what my experience. And so I'm going to just stop here. Then you have opportunity to ask a question. If you ask a question, secret people cannot ask. I do have 2 books. Okay. So I bring 2 books. Then whoever asks the question, the first 2 will give it. Thank you.
I can ask a question?
Yeah. It's okay to
Sure. Yeah, please.
Is it okay?
Yeah, go ahead. Steve, another Steve.
Yeah. So, in your heart, how really changed this time when you baptized? And you really, because the ceremony itself to connect you with God, or it's because your heart already changed before you go into the baptism?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's not ceremony. It's a very interesting. After 40 years, almost 40 years. One of my first baptizing, I rebaptized. God planned that. He connected with me when I was very, very young. I tried to keep pushing away. He never, because today I really look at my life, all this happened, he's always there. But the problem is I have the other side of this pride of life and devil's side and keep trying to pull me away. And a lot of times almost I was dragged to that. He always kept pulling me back. And then to the point, I'm giving an example about my father to have cancer. I would feel very bad, but I would tell you this is also God's plan. I was never so close to my dad if he did not have cancer. So when he had cancer, I was baptized. I went back to Taiwan. I prayed for him. I put my hand there. And I said, I want to hear you. And in Taiwan, for Chinese, usually father, son does not is close. Because of that, so we started to connect to very, very close. He shared a lot of things I did not even know when he was young. So answer you, I'm very ready. It's just in the 40 years. It took me 40 years to graduate because I would thought it's Kathy is a good example of what she said because she traveled with me a few times. Everybody think about it. I be baptized, reconnect with God because my father has cancer. Actually, it's not. Because one time she told me, say, Steve, remember a few years ago when we traveled with you, somehow in that time I did not become the one RHO. She was talking about, you always say maybe it's God's plan. So I was, in the last few years, was reconnect and God started to pull me, and just to the point that I'm so ready. I know the David Kumar and the Dexter probably think about, oh, we are doing so good. After the 2 sections, Steve, no. I was pretty ready. The guys always was.
Any other question? Steve?
Yeah. Steve, I really appreciate your sharing. It was great. So as you mentioned, right, I mean, your career, I think, is truly very impressive, right? Just within a couple of years, moving from engineer all the way up to VP, and as you said, right, it's you see God's favor and God's mercy on you, right? Grant you the wisdom. So that said, right, you ended with asking everybody, does everybody know our purpose in life? So I throw the question back at you. So given that God has such grace on you in your career, why do you think God put you in your current position, and what is His purpose for you? Yeah,
so that's a good question. So I'm praying to God, talking to God, what do you want me to do? And I think I start with God. Right? I'm very good connected, not connecting people, but say I'm very good to lead a team. And you can see before when I try to build influence. Right? But in that time, the influence I try to build is more for myself. I used to be do the ESC. What I want to do was I want to become business. I want to become consulting company to teach people about soft skill, leadership, management, communication, and all that. But it's all for myself. But when you say the purpose of life, suddenly I realize God gave me this talent is not for myself, but continue to build influence, do with the people, and let's spread the gospel out. So, for example, you can see why so many Seagate people come here. We start to have Bible study in Seagate, and I start to let people know I'm Christian. So I think in the meeting they start to know because I'm openly to say, that's God's plan for me. And I believe there's a purpose. There's a purpose, and You know, in many, many years, God gave me the talent, let me have opportunity to practice that. It's just before I think I got the purpose right. And I believe today I got the purpose right.
Thank you.
That's good.
I have a question about the purpose of life. People work hard, either for money, for power, for health, for family, for everything, right? So, do you feel a need when you get everything already, like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago? Okay, I'm doing all this one, I got everything already, I got the money, I got the position. I needed to find another higher purpose. So when you start studying, is that the way it works?
Well, I don't know. Okay, I don't know. If there's not a God calling, Peter, I will tell you, I will be content to pursue extremely aggressively. I will become a VP, senior VP. I will go to change it to the other company. I will go to start my own company. I will continue to pursue that. Because, see, all this one, money, reputation, it's like a drug. Never enough. Believe me, never enough. And we get into this one. That's the reason why the people so rich already and they still become so greedy, because it was never enough. And it's so good. I think a lot of people so envy when we would travel together. And the way how we spend the money, well, it's company money, right? It's like a drug. So I would answer you. For example, the one I got, I show you son. For me, it was not enough. Because I'm so good. One time, I tremendous on myself. I thought I can become a god myself. Well, some people know, right? I give a lot of career development training. I run myself. I was mentally so strong because I want to be overpower everybody, compete with everybody. So it was not even enough. But so what I'm trying to answer you is, no, I don't think so. I think if people cannot connect to God, cannot see this, and it's going to be very difficult to see the so-called purpose of life. Maybe I will do some good work. When I see the homeless, I give a few dollars here, and I feel good. I'm doing a good job because I have money and that. Or people have need a job. Maybe I'm doing that, right? But I would not think about. When I'm talking about purpose of life, is sometimes you realize why God created us, why God planned all this for me. Actually, there's a purpose to fulfill certain things, and it's quite different. Yes.
When you say you get rebaptized, people say you will become weak, you will become not so aggressive, and you feel they were wrong. The perception was wrong. But from what you just said, looks like you are not going to be so aggressive. So what's the? Have you thought more about those questions, those perspectives and perceptions? Yeah. So
the perception is like because a lot of changes inside is very difficult to see, right? So, like you say, the people maybe will see, well, Steve, you are not as aggressive as you used to be. I used to be, I fight with people all the time. Right? If in a meeting, if I don't like it, I say, hey, Dave, what the heck are you talking about, right? So right now I told my team, I don't say anything. Okay, but it's very powerful because I just look at the person, I'm not saying anything. No, Dave, I'm not saying anything. Right? Does not mean I'm okay. But the point is, because sometimes maybe the perception is just like when you have inner peace and you feel comfortable, you have confidence because you believe God helped that, and then you become calmer. So outside people look and say, wow. Why you are not so aggressive? It must be that. But that's what I try to tell them. I say, no. The inside you cannot see it. But inside myself is changing. So, for whatever I think God wants me to do and it's the right thing, I will not pick off. And by the way, I will think about, it's just like, I still continue think it's important to make a difference for the company, for the site. I'm responsible. I'm continue doing this. Right? I know I'm even put my heart and soul to that. But people maybe will see, oh, Steve right now is does not upset so quickly. Oh, he's actually. Some people told me, my colleagues, oh, Steve, I think you don't want to become senior VP, right? Because you don't fight right now. I said, no. Actually, I have all this strength built on me. People cannot see it, or maybe Christian can see it, right? Maybe you can feel it. And all these people, they cannot see it. So that's what I said. But maybe some perception, maybe from people from outside they are not believer. They look into the church. I don't know. It's just I was surprised. My daughter told me that, so I told them can I just look from the outside? And the inside change is very difficult to see it until you experience.
Any other question? Yes, Steve, maybe I can ask one question.
Sure.
Since you are the VP of a high-tech company, and after you rebaptize, is your leadership style changed? And also, when you lead a product development team, how does the innovations come into these pictures in connecting with God?
This is a really good question and probably very difficult question also. Let me put it this way. I wrote a book, right? And I'm going to use analogy about how this leadership is. Right? So, just like if I lead the people, play so I'm coach. Say I'm coaching our football team. And how to train my team to win the game, 基本功, how to do it, actually it's the same. It's not because I believe God, everything's going to change. It's the same. But what the difference right now is, before if I'm coach, the only point is I needed to win because I need to get a very high salary. I got to go change it to the other team. Okay. Right now, after I rebaptize, the purpose for me to lead the team is very different. So the way how to train them, how to lead them, is still the same. I don't think I'm changing this one. Maybe you can talk to my team. They will say, "Oh, Steve, it was changed." But I think the fundamental does not change. But again, to the purpose of how this team should win is very different. Before was, I tried to ask people, let's do it. By the way, it's really old for me, right? Because I can go to buildings, I can get my reputation, I can go write a good resume, I can go to get the more money if I go to work at the other company and that. Today, I think my purpose is quite different with the team. But the purpose is, hey, you know what? It's not for us. Right? The glory, everything is to God. And that's the purpose for us, why we need to do that. There's a lot of people need us to support them. And if you read the Bible, all that Jesus is doing is all these people need it. Right? Either they cannot see it, they have that. Some people, they are in deep trouble, spiritually and that. So we got the, again, the answer as a coach right now, what I'm trying to conduct with the team, we still want to win. No question about it. But the winning is not because Steve Hwang needed to go to coach for 49 years. I cannot, but my point is. But rather that, hey, what do we do as a team? How we do this? And then we can go to help community, we can go to help the people what they need on that. And I think that's probably the change I'm making and I'm going to make. Yes.
So as a leader, do you think what's the most important quality and how being a Christian help you to develop this quality?
Yeah, I think the most important quality, there's a lot of different quality, right? The most important quality is get the purpose of your life right. And I think if anything, I would complain about corporate America. I don't think leader got the purpose of life right. If they got the purpose of life right, every company, every side, people will be in a much, much better situation. I mean, when CEO pay $20 million, and when you're a PhD and at least just pay this much, and then they continue to just lay off the people, and then I think that's a problem. And I think a lot of this problem associated with they did not connect with God. They did not see what the purpose of life. Right? Everybody sees what's for me. And certainly I never see this one. I thought it was, if you're talking about leadership, I see, rules of right, I see rules of communication is good. Right? Talk to media, and which is I cannot do. Right? Or the people will look at the leadership to say, oh, the interpersonal skill are really good. Right? But again, I think right now I realize it's the most important thing, if anything. And if anybody you want to be, follow them. Either you become a leader yourself, you want to follow a leader, make sure the leader has the right purpose. And I believe that's
But before you get that, you already become VP.
So, yeah, but see, do not confuse it about it. VP is nothing. When I say nothing, the point is, you don't need a title. And the point is, God give everybody different strength. Right? And God put everybody in a different position. And I don't want what I share with you suddenly, or because I want to show you become a VP or this one. And that's the reason I was very lucky to put it in the position. It took me a lot of time to think about why I became a VP, why I was so successful. Because I was not as good as my high school, my junior high school, college, my classmates were surprised. What the heck did this guy become a VP? And but they give it a lot of confidence. Like, oh gosh, everybody can become a VP. I'm serious, they were surprised. I went, huh? Is it Hwang? But then the point is because, and that's the reason I was so brass about what God wanted me to do. He put me in the position and let me to got a chance to look at that. And when I rebaptized and I start to see the purpose of the life, I already there, I know what I do. The point is my skill set already there. I can go to train the team very good. So right now is I don't need to worry about it. So what I need to really look at is how to get the purpose right and try to lead the team. And I'm trying to doing that. I don't even know, people know. I still wake up 5 o'clock. I used to be around every day. When I walk, I use the time to connect with God. I pray. I talk to Him. I ask about the thing what He wants to do. Okay. Then when I come to office, I read Bible before I go to meeting. During the lunch time, I usually don't, very simple. I lunch, I read it, then I will fall asleep. And I continue doing this one because I want to have God and Jesus continue to guide me what I need to do. Because again, I don't want to go back to, because this kind of thing is the work in progress, and I want to, I continue asking to give me the wisdom so I can continue to be in the right way. If I'm not in the right way, snap me, it's okay. And he always, sometimes if I get to, well, a big problem I have, is the pride of life. I did not know they were sin. Right? So I always need to ask him to remind me, am I doing too much? Right? Because I have tendency somehow continue to be pride of life. I thought it's a good thing. So. Yes.
Okay, final question.
Okay, it's an honor. Thank you. Again, it's great sharing. I just want to ask a question. I think in real life, especially in the corporate business world, there's always a lot of gray zones. And have you experienced like in work where the direction, the decision is not always aligned with what you believe? it's a correct Christian approach. How do you when you're facing that kind of situations, how do you approach it, and how to any guidance to us, and how to fulfill God's purpose in that kind of scenario?
You know, I don't. Do you have an example about that? If you have this one, maybe I can answer you better. But I'm going to give you my experience, but may not be direct answer your question. Maybe you will say, hey, you know, sometimes they ask you to cheer, but let me make a point.
If it's okay, let me add a little comment.
Yeah.
For example, in a typical corporate world mentorship, right? They will advise you you need to gain recognition, show your visibility, and that's not. I mean, it's a very straightforward and a simple guidance, and it's very common. But that doesn't always it doesn't always fit very well with Christian teaching. So that's just one small example.
Yeah, you know, this one I don't know, right? And I think this is what we as a Christian we need to discuss about, right? Because some of it depends on who teaches it, right? For example, why get a recognition is right? If this is the right thing, if this right, you did a job. Why you cannot get a recognition? Right? I mean, I always talk to my team. If you look at Coke inside is sugar water. Yeah, you can go sell sugar water. Nobody want to buy it anyway. You make it very nice to say, hey, it's a fresh shit. So sometimes, and I'm struggling on this one also. I ask God about that. I'm struggling on this one, but no. I think that somehow, you know, we need to watch our teaching about recognition and that. What's wrong with that? But it's wrong is you didn't do that. You just steal all this one to do it. It's wrong. But today, if I'm doing all that, indeed, I will encourage everybody, especially in corporate USA, stand up what it is. Do not let anybody take your credit. Explain to them. That's what we need. At least that's how I see it. Right? Because you know, we're talking about is we are in the kingdom of God. We are righteous. If that's the right thing, we should express. But certainly we cannot take any credit from anybody, and we know they're wrong already. But a lot of times, this one I don't think is any problem. But let me just make one point is, I think that at least for me, I think God will guide you, and will tell you what to do. Used to be a dream. Genetically, actually, I can drink. I'm a very good drinker. In my BP circle, right, because social, drinking is such important there. Right? Because if you don't drink, yeah, my CTO said, "Oh, Steve, you are not in our group." I said, "No, I don't drink." And I don't need to tell them because I'm Christian. I just say, "Hey, I do not want to drink." And I just told them, and I was very open. I said, "I do not need the spirit to change it. I got good spirit. I do not." If they understand, fine. If they don't understand, also fine. I said, no, I do not need. I used to need to use drinking to change my spirit, so I can go to social with all. I said, I do not need that. And actually, very interesting. So initially, I was concerned. Not at all. Indeed, they said, "Oh, Steve, good. Steve, don't drink, right? Don't remind him. Okay. Good. You know, I went to hotel. I read Bible. And they did not know I read Bible, but I the point is just like God give us a choice, and we choose that.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. Now we'd like to show our appreciation for you. This is a small token, leadership prayers. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Steve, for a very interesting life journey. Okay, for those of you who would like to know more about our EMBA mentorship program, please see Vicky and the song over there. And if you are interested in, register for the next semester, please talk to them. Okay, feel free to stick around. Okay, and meet some new people. Thank you very much. God bless you. All right.